Hey guys, and welcome back to the Comic Book Grading Review Show, Episode 3. So this is a good one. This one is probably what I would consider what I want out of this show. I have two books. They're the same book. I'll give you a review. There's definitely differences that you can see, and that's what I'm really looking for, where there's some major differences. So, without further ado, we are going to be doing it on Amazing Spider-Man number 359, Cardiac Attack, and basically it's the very first brief appearance of Carnage, and I'm going to show you where it's located in the book, and we're going to review the book right now. So I think I've worked out the kinks with my camera. It's still not where I want it to be, but in regard to read the book together and look at it, and I can tell you what's going on and grade it, this is what I've decided on for right now. So here we go. Okay, so this is the comic book. This might be difficult for me, so basically I'll be reading the screen. So here I have two copies. The first one is regular and the second one is newsstand here. So basically this book, I'm going to flip through the pages and tell you a little bit about it. It's basically Spider-Man's taking pictures of some crime, okay? And these, people are stealing, and instead of foiling it, he just takes the pictures for the newspaper, okay? Now, that way, because they're bigger name people, they can get busted through the news, and you don't have to worry about it. So there's a security system, though, that comes after him. It's so interesting because he talks about security drones. This is a while back. They're talking about drones and stuff. Regardless, the art is incredible in it. I think it's Randy Emberlin. He gets away, okay? And we're just going to keep going. He gets away. I don't want to just go through the whole thing. And then he gives the pictures to Ben, and they publish it or whatever. Now they're at the dance. The Black Cat's talking about some stuff. Mary Jane's there and everything. Oh, this is cool. All these pictures for shirts and things. Anyway, once he posts the news story in the paper, Cardiac is reading the paper and finding out who's committing crime, and he's going to stop them. Right? So he's using it against Peter, basically. He goes and he, blows up the guy's stuff, etc. Then he blows up his car and all that, okay? So then he gets away. And then they say, well, we have a bigger problem now, Peter. Now Cardiac's using the newspaper, okay? But here is the key of the book right here. This panel, Cassidy is at prison, and he's talking to something. And the police officer says, what are you doing? He says, here, come closer, I'll show you. There it is. Carnage symbiote. Okay? First brief appearance. That's all you see. He ends up pulling the police officer through the cell. Through the cell, and goes out the window. Now this, remember at the end of Venom, they're in prison? This is all connected in the movie. So, something happens where Venom gets out, I guess, and I don't know how they're going to tie it in exactly. But a little piece falls off, and there's a symbiote. And it gets with him, okay? Cassidy. So there it is. That's the key of this book. Now, they're talking about how, Peter's decided, I got to go stop Cardiac, And basically, Cardiac goes, and he doesn't hurt anybody, and he's trying to destroy all this stuff. And, there's a battle ensues. Cardiac says he likes Peter, and he's ashamed that they have to fight. They're fighting, stuff like that. Something happens where Cardiac gets messed up and put onto an assembly line. And he's got this plastic goop on him. And basically the toys go through this conveyor belt. And then they stick the speech and motion circuits are inserted in the kids' heads. And he's on his way there to get that stuck in his head. And basically, he has a choice to save a security guard or save Cardiac, okay? And that's where it ends. Now, also in this book, it has a preview of our famous classic cover. It's not exact of the first full Carnage. It's not exact, but it sure is close. I mean, it's basically the same. They mess with the colors a little bit. So that is the review of the comic, okay? Now, okay. So, actually, let me switch cameras again. You're going to see my little setup here. Oh, you can't see it. That's good. So we're going to go ahead and grade the book real quick. And here's how it goes. Hopefully we'll be able to. I'm going to probably do this in my hand. It's a lot easier, okay? So overall, it's a nice, solid copy. Let's see here. What are you looking at? You're looking at this corner. You know what I'm going to do? It might be better. I'm going to hold the camera in my hand. Okay? Okay, I was using a different light. I'm going to use my phone for this because it seems to work really well. At least for me to show you stuff. So, right there is a spine ding. Okay? There's another one. See that yellow there? I'm not sure. That's just the yellow, but you can see the spine ding. I think there's one right there too. That's a ding. This is working better than the other way. There's little spine dings up and down. Very tough to see though, but this is working much better. Now, you see how it's folded down? It's not sharp, is the best way I can put it. It's not sharp. This is going to be better. I can already tell, except I have to hold the phone, which is not sick. Okay, so you saw little spine dings. Overall, the cover's pretty good. It looks like there's a little ding right there. Now, of course, I'm looking super close, guys. Super close, but with the light like that in the background, it helps. See this? It's like a little bit, it's not smooth, it's a little bit pushing out. Okay, so this is the newsstand that we just read. There, boom. See it? Some folding, or some rippling or whatever. Corner. You see the corner? It's coming up. All this can be pressed, guys. All of it can be pressed. It's a little bit dirty, it seems. It's like a little blue stain or ink. You see that? That's like staining of some sort. It's brown or pink. I don't know. I might be able to clean that up. Overall, this book, now internally we already looked, but it basically qualifies as white, okay? It's nice. Let's look inside really fast. Now these things, these might get overlooked. These, like, bends. I don't know yet. I really don't know. The staples are okay. I'm not worried about those. So, all those little dings and the spine, I mean, still, if you're just looking at this book like this book is super bright, super clean, okay? But you saw all those little things. Let's just pretend it's a 9.0. So I'm going to, well, I don't know about that. Let's say an 8. Very fine. Okay? And that's a tough grade on this. So we're just going to say an 8 to be safe. I can press it, and most likely it will turn out really well. Hopefully the cleaning, though, I don't know if that's going to come up, okay? But let's move on to the next one. Okay. All right, here's the next one, okay? It's not a newsstand, unfortunately. But what am I seeing right there? I saw something. What is here? I can't see anything with my eye, so it might just be a minor little thing. That can press out. The corner kind of lifts up a little bit, just barely though. Now this book is super clean. Oh, you see it? Wow, I didn't even see that. That can be pressed. And what I mean by press, guys, is you get a heat press. Okay, look at this. You see how you can see the shadow? There's a little bit of the book folds up a little bit like that. That can easily be pressed. But overall, it is super clean, man. See what I mean by the little bit of roll? Oh, what is that? Look at those dings. See them? Ding. And the roll. Now this is interesting right here. So a lot of issues are color touch, and you can't find color touch. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm gonna turn this light off. What I mean by color touch is they add color, and you can't see it with the eye. But if you have a ultraviolet, or whatever you call this, this is gonna be interesting, guys. You can see if there's color touch with this. Now this is really interesting. There's nothing there, okay? You would see it. You would see, look how bright that yellow is. This is so interesting to me right now because I'm just learning about all this stuff. Now let's see real quick. I know it's dark. I'm gonna open up the cover. It's spooky. This is gonna be interesting because it's gonna be hard to hold the book. I'm going to have to use my elbow. Let's do it through the book. That is really interesting. I don't know if that's... It's got to be the other cover. That's just the color. I don't think anyone would ever color touch on this book. I have to be honest with you. Anyway, that's a way that you can see stuff on your book, okay? Anyway, so we got through that. There's some roll, barely. There is a little issue here that I saw, like a crinkling or something here. That can press out, and it's so insignificant, guys. When you look at this book with your eyes, it's perfect. Okay, it's absolutely, there's no staining. Okay, here we go. There's another corner lift. See it? That can be pressed. There is like that little ink thing. That's fine. It's sharp. There's something. A little bit of crease. That can be pressed. Excuse me. That was my hand. Overall, there's something right there. I don't know if that's a tear. I think this phone camera is doing a better justice, though, than the other way. So, is that a dirt or a tear? I don't know. But the main problem here is this. this little, that can be pressed. And just a minor spine roll. You can see a lot of comments like this where the book rolls on things. That can all be pressed out, okay? So honestly, guys, look. From my point of view, in regard to this book, it's probably like a 9.2. If you're being really picky, 9.2. So this is my best book. Now with a press, this thing might be a 9.6 and might just get that 9.8 that you're looking for. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little explanation on the first brief appearance of Carnage, or the symbiote, and grading. I'll keep bringing them to you and we'll see how it turns out, okay? So besides that, let's see. You know what? I'm going to press this book and we're going to review it later. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this show. I think we're getting better at it. You might be saying, oh, the first book was better than the second, but honestly the first book had a lot of spine ticks and the discoloration on the back cover. The other one was quite a decent candidate for a press. I know it's not a super key, but as time goes on, that first brief appearance of the Carnage symbiote will be worth something. It has a whole jail scene and everything like that, and a little preview of the cover for 361, which I thought was really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and we'll keep going. You just let me know in the comments if you're still liking it, and if there's any other things you'd like me to add to it. A review and a grade sounds good to me. Thanks for watching so much and watching the channel. I appreciate it.